I'm Vanessa with Ellie Mac and welcome back to my sewing room. Today we're going to be sewing up 5 little girl knit dresses. So I was going through my stash this week and I realized I had a lot of little girl fabrics, but my daughter's a teenager. So I decided to take all those fabrics and make my niece 5 dresses for her 8th birthday. Now these dresses are going to be perfect for back to school, so I'm going to walk you through each one. The first dress I picked was a kid's essential Dolman dress. I love this dress. It is so beginner friendly, as well as it's definitely one that will grow with your skills. You can choose to add an elastic waist or to leave it nice and straight. Another thing that makes this pattern so special is it has 3 different size charts depending on the way your child is built. So for my niece, she is a very petite. So I was able just to pick the sapphire patterns and be able to use that just to cut her size, and it fit perfectly. So this is one where if your kids don't fit comfortably in RTW, definitely take a look at the patterns that have these 3 different sizing charts. This dress is made for either knee length or maxi, and it also has a rolled sleeve, and I love this. It gives it such a nice added detail.
My first fabric is a DBP with a cute tea flowers. Now I'm cutting the front of my dolman, and as you can see, these 3 lines on the sleeve. These are folding lines, and so you're going to fold these over so you can get that fun detail. Here I'm sewing up the size of the dress so I can show you how to add the perfect neckband. We're going to fold in half with wrong sides together, right sides on the outside, and then on the other end we're going to wrap it over, now right sides together, and we're going to serge this together once, and then we're going to come back, we're going to clip our threads, and we're going to serge it one more time to lock in the serge. You want to make sure that the top edge is not going to come unraveled, and that neckband is going to be nice and secure. Now we're going to clip on that neckband by bringing the shoulders together first, and you find the center point of the back, and then you're going to clip first the back and find the center point of the front and clip that on as well. Now, since the shoulders are not the halfway point, you put those clips together, and then you're going to find the half point between the shoulders and the half point between the neckband and clip it there. Now, I like to do quarters, but I know that some people like to do 8ths and add more clips. But for me, the quarters work out perfectly. All right, so when you start pulling, your fabric gets a little thinner. And so these measurements at the 1/4 inch right here, it can kind of get a little off. So what I like to do is, this is a Brother 1034D. I like to line up with this metal bar instead of trying to line it up with the measurements. So if you struggle, that is definitely a huge tip of looking, because this right here is what you're going to be seeing, not the inside. And then you're going to take the first clip and you're going to see that gap and just straighten till there's no more gap, but you're not going to be pulling the dress fabric. So you're going to just continue finding the clips and then taking the gap out by pulling the neckband all the way around as you're serging it. Now, as you can see, the neckband turned out perfectly, and now it's time to put our attention to those sleeves. So this sleeve I'm clipping, and I'm going to show you how I rolled it 3 times, like how the pattern said, to 1 inch, and then I'm going to make sure that it's even with the other sleeve. Now, in the pattern, you can top stitch this, but I used a lightning stitch at its longest setting, and I actually top stitched it all the way around so the sleeve would stay at 1/4 inch at the outside edge of the rolled sleeve. Just don't like when my sleeves roll down, and I don't think my niece is going to enjoy that either, so I'm going to stitch it right in place for her. And there is my finished sleeve all top stitched in. Now, with all these dresses, I'm going to be doing a rolled hem. I like to serge the outside edge of my dress, and then I like to roll it under. This way, when you're playing or you're running around with your dress, you don't see those serge lines, and I really think that that's important on little girls as well. So I'm going to be doing a rolled hem all the way on all these dresses. The hardest things about homemade dresses is knowing which way is the front and the back, so I made sure to add some nice cute little tags into each one of these dresses so she will always know which side is the back. And here is my first completed dress. the essential dolman.
Up next is a Staycation. I love this dress. It has an adult version as well as a child's version, and there is so many options with this dress. So as far as the skirt goes, you can have one layer or two layers of gather, making it very easy. It also has a cami option as well as sleeve options, whether it's short sleeve or long sleeve. And it can also be made into a peplum. This pattern is amazing. It's definitely one that will be perfect for different times of the year. So let's get started.
I love this pink and blue tie-dye fabric. It's going to make such a cute staycation. So I'm cutting the bodice here, and because the front and back are the same bodice pieces, I actually have my fabric on fold, and I cut the back neckline first, and then I fold over the back, and then I can be able to cut my front to save a little bit of time. I love when the front and the back are the same. Now here I'm cutting out the skirt pieces. I decided to do two tiers, so I'm going to be able to have a little bit below the knee length, and this is going to be so cute. I'm just so excited about this dress. On the bodice, since you've seen how to put it together, now I'm sewing up the sleeves. Now to insert the sleeves, I have the right side of my bodice out. I'm going to turn it inside out here, and then I'm going to take my sleeves and keep them right side out. So I'm kind of turning everything out from inside to right side. The point is you want to make sure that your fabrics are right sized together inside the bodice, and that it's outsides together around the arm side. And then you're just going to serge it on just like normal. And up next is the tiers. I'm going to be closing the sides with the serger, and then I'm going to show you they're about 1.5 gather, so this is going to be very nice and girly. So I'm going to actually use my sewing machine that has the tension gauge. Instead of going to 9, I'm going to try to 8 first, and then I have my gather set at 4 because I feel like 5 is just a little too long, and they'll fold over and make tucks. Now you can work with this, and sometimes you can even turn down your tension just a little bit more, because some fabric gathers very well and others does not. So it's kind of where you need to read how the tension's going before you continue. And then you flip the gathered skirt inside out, so right sides are together over the top of the bodice. And then you're going to be clipping all the way around. I do like to baste this in first, and then I'll go over with an elastic. So I'll show you that right here. The hardest part about basting the gathers is you want to make sure that each gather is facing up. Now, if I had some fabric that ironed really well, I would definitely be ironing these gathers in, but here's my elastic, and I just have a slight pull on it. I would say it's close to about 5%, and then I'm doing a wide zigzag on top of the elastic. I love this. This is Pico elastic, but it's spelled like Bacot, so you can find it, and you can get it at Wawak as well. So here is my first gather, and then to do the second gather, I'm going to do exactly the same thing on the bottom before I go over all these gathers with the serger and roll hem all my hemlines. And here you go. Here's my staycation. I think that this is such a fun dress, and what little girl doesn't love lots of gathers?
The next pattern is a School Cool tunic and dress pattern. I love this one. It's a very cute skater dress, and it's very easy to make. It's a circle skirt, and I'll show you how to cut that, as well as it has different options for the sleeves, whether it's sleeveless, short sleeved, or if you like to have a circle sleeve and long sleeves. So again, it covers all the bases for all year round.
This is by far the softest fabric that I had in my stash. So this is a circle skirt, which means that you're going to be folding the fabric so it's on fold on both sides. And you want to be extra careful when you're cutting around the waist that you don't overcut, because that will make the waist a little too large. And then here, this is the flutter sleeve that I decided to cut. Now I'm just doing a basting stitch along the edge. I did back stitch on the beginning, and this I'm going to be turning into a gather. Now I usually set my gathers here pretty small, and so I would set this one at 3 millimeters so they would be nice and tight along the sleeves. Now, just like the previous dress, I have a right sides together with the gathering on the top, and I'm going to be lining up those side seams first before I find the center of my arm side and clip it all together. So then I took it to my serger and I sewed it together. Now, this is a great place to put a basting stitch to make sure that those gathers are going to be perfect. If you take it directly to the serger, just make sure that you go slow over every gather and that none are tucked underneath. And finally, at the waistline, I sewed together the skirt to the bodice and I added an elastic without doing any stretch and serging over it.
So my next two dresses are the showstoppers. And one of my favorite dresses that we have at Ellie and Mac is the Be Dreamy. We also have the adult version as well. So it is another perfect mother and daughter dress pattern, but it's very beginner friendly. But as I said again, it is a showstopper. This empire waist dress is gorgeous and it has circle sleeves as well as a maxi or high-low option as far as the skirt goes. This is a dream to sew. It's so fast, and anytime you give this as a gift, they love it. So let's get started.
Love this mustard yellow with little heart polka dots. Let me show you how to make a circle sleeve, and it's just like making a circle skirt. So you fold it in half across, and once you have it nice and even, then you're going to fold it down in half as well. Now line up both folds on the fold lines, and then just be really careful not to overcut the opening of the armhole and cut very nice and smoothly along the outside edge so you don't have to finish it on this Be Dreamy. Now here is my top of my bodice and there is my lining. I did do the same fabric. I like to do that if I have enough, and then I'm just clipping at the shoulder seams. I'm going to take it to the serger and serge all the way around that neckline. There's such an ease with the line and bodice, don't you think? Now here you can see my serge line, and now I'm going to understitch it. So I'm going to bring that serge to the inside and I'm going to top stitch it down. I'm using about a 1/4 inch seam allowance here, and I'm lining it up with the edge of the serge all the way around the neckline. Now you can see that it's top stitched on the inside of my bodice and it's nice and smooth on the outside. Now you know I love a good baste, and I'm going to be basting the lining to the top of the bodice with a wide zigzag stitch. Whenever I have a lined bodice, I like to actually baste stitch both the waistband as well as the arm size. Now after that, I added on the skirt and the sleeves, and then I basted on an elastic without stretch to add a little extra support. And then as you can see, the finished results and the serged edge.
So for my final dress, I had to do the new Belle. Now I know this has been around for a while with adult sizes, but to have it in the kids is so much fun, and it is packed full of options. There are 3 different skirt options. You can do a full circle, half circle, or gathered skirt. It also has a band that comes all the way around that makes it nice and modest. It's also one where it doesn't take up too much fabric because of that band. It's not lined. And then again, you have so many sleeve options. So let me show you how this dress turned out.
The birthday girl picked this beautiful blue floral fabric for her birthday dress. Now I have the back bodice facing right sides up, and then I'm clipping on the right and left side of the front bodice. Now I'm just going to work out the shoulders at this point. I find it a lot more convenient not having the side seams sewed, so I only have the shoulders. Right here I have it nice and open, and I'm stretching on the band like I would a normal neck band, and then I'm going to be serging it all the way around. As you can see, the band looks nice all the way across, and I'm lining up the front side of the bodice, making sure that everything is lining up before I add the other side. So the first side is going to be on the outside and this side is going to be on the inside. I want to make sure that my band is clipped down and that I have everything clipped in place even if I can't see it. Now after I sew the sides up, it's time to add on the skirt. Now this skirt I did is a half circle, and I finished it just like the others where I basted on the skirt and then I basted on elastic and I serged it together, and I finished it like all the others with a rolled hem. And since this is my last, I picked a very special tag stitched with love. Now after I top stitched my tag in, I have completed 5 dresses for my niece, and she is going to look beautiful in all of them. I hope you learned some valuable tips as well as saw some amazing patterns that you're going to have to try. Next time you need to sew a little girl dress, remember, there is so many options that it'll be right for your sewing level. Have a wonderful day. Thanks for watching. A like and subscribe would be amazing.